Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. Sorry it's been so long, just life gets in the way. So I'm going to be doing a haul of what I bought at New York City Comic Con. It was this past weekend, and I normally do go to Comic Con. Obviously last year it was canceled because of COVID, and yeah, so I was excited to get back into it. Capacity was lowered, so that was nice, and I'll just show you what I got, and I'll also probably talk a little bit about my experience at the end. Also, before the video begins, I will say I am trying to, say where I got each item from, so then hopefully you can go and support these artists. However, some of them, unfortunately, I either didn't get a business card or it doesn't say on the item I bought, so I'm sorry if I happen to skip anybody. I'll mention that in the video of, if I didn't get their business card, I don't know where I bought something from. But if anyone knows, then feel free to put it in the comments. All right, so first thing I got was this Jirachi Pin. It is from Alchemy Art Group. They were on the main exhibition floor of Comic-Con, and I saw this because, one, I love Jirachi, and also it was their New York Comic Con exclusive. So I was on their website, and I believe they have a different version of this Jirachi pin, so yeah, I thought it was really cute. The next thing I bought was also on the main exhibition floor. It was from Mint and Apple, and I bought this Hamtaro pin. Yeah, they had a couple of other Hamtaro stuff, but I just wanted to get, the main character. So yeah. One thing I bought for my friend was this Kirby with Knife acrylic pin. And oops, I'm blocking. It's from Gabby Ramirez. Her Instagram is down there. All right, another thing I bought was this Brewster keychain. And it's very difficult to see, but on the ribbon, it actually says Brewster's Barista in Training, or maybe you could see it like that. You could tell that there's writing on there. All right, and I also got this cute Ketchup sticker. Ketchup's face is huge. Ketchup is one of my favorite villagers, so I wanted to make sure I got something Ketchup related. And I bought this from Keely L. Another item I bought was this Goldie cell phone charm. And I got this from Toaster Kiwi. She had a bunch of Animal Crossing items. It was very difficult for me to choose, and I finally settled on Goldie, another one of my favorite villagers, who I don't have on my island right now, but I'm hoping to get her one day. Another item I bought was this villager keychain, and it's double-sided and 2 different skin tones, which I really like. Unfortunately, I do not know where I got this keychain from. I don't have the business card. I don't think it came, when I took this out of the packaging, I don't think it came with, where I bought it from, the business, so I'm sorry about that. It is a very nice keychain. So those were the keychain pin kind of items I bought, and now I'm gonna move into the comics and prints. So I am an Archie comics fan, and of course I had to make sure I got Archie comics. However, they did not have their own booth this time around. Usually they have a pretty large booth. However, this time, I guess because of COVID, a lot of vendors didn't want to have a full display, so they didn't have one this time. I was still able to find comics, which was great, of course. So let me just show you. I bought this Halloween Spectacular. It's signed at the bottom with my name, so I'm not going to show the bottom. Let me see when it came out. It took me a while to figure out when this came out. It came out in 2019, this issue. I also got, where is it? I also got this issue. Sorry, I left it in the packaging, or I put it in a sleeve. It's called Archie and Friends Geeks and Games. This one I'm having difficulty finding the date it came out, but yeah, I also got this one signed. And I got it signed by Francis Bonnet. I do have his card. I believe he also is created his own comic book series called Suburban Fairy Tales. Yeah, an insanely funny series about your favorite fairy tale characters in high school. So yeah, there's the information. I also bought some vintage Archie comics. This was from a store called Super World Comics. They are based in Holden, Massachusetts. They gave me a business card, however, I must have lost it in the Comic-Con because I do not have it anymore, sorry. So I got these 2 vintage Archie comics. One of them is dated 1967. The other one just says October, so I'm not sure when that one came out. However, it says 12 cents, so it must be pretty old. So this one is Archie as Pure Heart the Powerful. It's like a superhero. Sorry, it's like, you know, reflecting back at you. I just don't want to take it out of the sleeve. And then this one's a Betty and Veronica issue, and they're at the beach. All right, and I have two more items. One of them is this Zuko print. It is of Zuko doing the dragon dance that he does with Aang in the series Avatar: The Last Airbender. I am so sorry, I do not know who made this. It is signed at the bottom. There's the signature, and I know they had a matching Aang version, and I know they had an Uncle Iroh print as well. I don't know why I don't know where this came from. So please, if anyone knows, feel free to put it in the comments. And lastly, I got this nice print of just a couple in the park in a city. Not from a movie or anything, just, you know, just a nice print, and I want to hang it up in my place. And here is the artist. I'm so sorry, once again, I do not know where this came from. I know it was an artist alley, but I'm just not sure where, so I apologize. Also sorry for the glare. But yeah, there's the artist. All right, so that is what I bought from Comic-Con. I bought a lot this year. Normally I don't buy that much, but I think because Animal Crossing kind of had a revival since New Horizons, now more people are, you know, making more Animal Crossing stuff, which is great. So of course I had to buy all of it. And I also wanted to buy more Archie comics because normally when I go, I do tend to buy a couple of new things, but I wanted to also see if I can find anything that's vintage, which I did. So yeah, and the experience was different this year than normal because it was a lower capacity and there were less vendors. So like really big vendors that are normally there, like Funko, they did not have a booth this time. So I think they were able to spread out the vendors way more than normal. So it made you have a little bit more space in the aisles, and also there were less people. There were still points when it got crowded, just based on if a certain vendor was very popular, you know, everyone would kind of bunch up and cause traffic in the aisles, but it was okay. I would say 99.9% of people were following the mask rules. There were a couple people walking around where they would like put it below their nose or just completely take it off. But I would say for the most part, everyone had their mask on, which was great. And yeah, I think the most exciting part of this year's Comic-Con specifically, because to me the main exhibition floor was a little bit disappointing, was Artist Alley was great, specifically because I was able to find so much stuff that I liked. And yeah, and also Artist Alley seemed way bigger than normal. I think also because they were able to spread out the vendors a lot more, making the aisles way bigger. Yeah, so that was my experience at Comic-Con, and I hope it goes back to normal next year, but I also hope it's not crowded. So like, I'm fine if they keep it at a reduced capacity. I think Comic-Con gets so crowded with so many people, it gets so hot in there, it's a lot. And I'm really tired after that day. It was just a lot of walking. It's a huge place and a lot to see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to enjoying all my stuff and going back next year.